Stan, Tommy, after a victory on Wednesday night, it must be coming down to earth with a bit of a bump after this afternoon. Stan?
Yeah, we weren't good enough today. They came and they've got a game plan. They played long, they played in behind, stopped us playing out from the back. We did have the ball, and they came up with a game plan. And unfortunately for us, their tactics worked for them today, and we couldn't get going. Goals changed games. We had a very good chance midway through the first half we didn't take, and you never know if that goes in, and the result and the performance might have been different, but we weren't good enough today.
You going to change anything now versus Cambridge City on Wednesday night?
In terms of?
Anything you can change. There's no time really for training time, is there?
No. The situation is that the cut-off date for signing players on has come and gone. Situation behind the scenes is still not resolved. In fact, there's issues. People have still not been paid. Some people have been paid. Some people have not been paid. We've got working to a reduced budget now, which means that all of our players on the bench today weren't getting paid a penny. And then that affects the decisions you make during the game, because if you don't put those players on and give them some kind of incentive to be here, then how do we know that the players are not going to get paid their wages in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, that you might need those players, and if you annoy them and they don't come back and then you don't pay the players, then we're left in a world of pain. I'm just sick of it now.
5 more weeks, of course, left till the end of the season. Can't come sooner then, really.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like an excuse, and let's hold our hands up. We weren't good enough today, and I'm not taking anything away from Hungerford. We tried to play football through them, we couldn't do it, and weren't successful, and we changed it around, and it just wasn't our day. Just things didn't feel like they would drop for us. Players played as individuals rather than as a team in possession, and so clearly we weren't good enough, and that's the situation. But the off the field things really don't help. Having a reduced budget, having players that we've never seen play football before on our bench. JJ's not been able to train before today. We're playing people out of position just to make sure that we've got strength and experience in certain positions, and it's very, very difficult, very frustrating for Tommy and I, and frustrating for the players and everybody associated with it, really.
It seems like it's the first time we've heard about the fact that the budget's been dropped, because it was always said at the beginning of the season by the chairman that would be the budget, that would be how it stayed, it wouldn't be increased, and now it's been reduced. That must be pretty harsh to deal with.
I guess he must have said that before we came in, because obviously Tommy and I weren't here at the start of the season. Budget's been reduced. I guess it's because we can't get promoted, we can't get relegated. I guess it's because there's off the field issues in terms of we're saying the council owe us money, they're saying we owe them money. I don't understand all of that. All Tommy and I want to concentrate on is have a budget, work with a group of players. It's our call who we bring in, our call who we get rid of, and then we will be responsible for the results. But at the minute, it's out of Tommy and I's hands who we're bringing in and who we're letting go of.
Bring you in, Tommy. You spent the afternoon on the pitch in your new role as defender. Are you happy there? Are you enjoying it?
It's different. I am enjoying it. And it was kind of forced upon us, to be honest with you. Obviously, the game that I played central midfield, and Brad Gascoigne got injured against Paul, put me there. I thought, we had a conversation. We thought I did well there, and let's give myself 5 games plus and see how we get on. And I am enjoying it at the minute. I think there's times where my positioning's off and all that kind of stuff, and maybe I'm too eager to go and win every single ball. But is that a bad thing? The fact that I want to go and win every ball, I want to put my body on the line. I'm fighting on behalf of the two of us, and the whole situation behind the scenes, like Stan said, doesn't help. All we can do is what's happening on the pitch currently and work with the players that we've got.
Now there is another loaney period ending. Is that correct? Taylor's last game today, possibly.
Possibly, yeah, strong possibility. We've now got a hope, to be honest with you, that Harrogate are nice to us, and we can pay a lot less towards what we're currently paying, because the money isn't there to sort of have that luxury of having a player of Cleveland's quality and experience. But you know, we made him captain in Jelly's absence, and that's how highly me and Stan rate him and like him in the dressing room and getting around, especially what is a young dressing room currently.
There's not much going on. It just seems like everything's falling apart around your ears, through none of your faults whatsoever, either both of you on the management team.
I don't really know what more we can do. You're aware that this was happening a while before it went public, if you like, and we have kind of been firefighting the whole situation. Our phone bills are through the roof. We are the middlemen between the powers that be and the players, and that's the role that me and Stan accepted when we took control in September. We didn't necessarily think that we'd go to the extremes of what we're going to at the minute in terms of the conversations we're having to have with people, but it is what it is. We're the managers of Corby Town Football Club, so we need to keep this group together and be as strong as we possibly can be.
And Wednesday, looking forward to the game here, and just hoping, I suppose, that lots and lots of fans get behind Corby Town, get behind you, get behind your players, and actually come out and support the town. The
last few games has been a pleasure, to be honest with you. The fans have really been behind us, they've been banging the drum, and Robbie's trying his hardest, bless him. If we could just get a few more numbers down here, really, to give us a push, I think that would help. The reason why they're staying away is probably because there is nothing to play for. They see all the off-field problems that are going on, and it must be just as frustrating for them to see their local club fall in such a way as it is me and Stan see things that are happening right in front of our eyes.
Right, thanks very much.
Just, I mean, you two have been, you know, a strong partnership so far. Is your patience as a duo being well and truly tested at this moment in time?
What, with each other, or
no, with the situation? I mean, have you contemplated?
I was going to say, together we speak every day, and we're in this together, and we're trying to do everything we can to put it right. And it's so frustrating, it's so difficult, and I don't want people to feel sorry for us, because it will make us stronger in the long run, and you learn to deal with these situations. But all we want to do is have a budget, which we have got a budget, but have a regular budget that doesn't change, be able to pick the players we want to pick, and then try and so the results, whether they're good or bad, are our fault. I think that's kind of where we're at with it. But I know we're flat now, we've just lost 2-0, and it felt like we didn't have anything. No disrespect, we haven't seen Zondi play before. Tom Ingram's just coming back from injury. Harry May's a 17-year-old that's in and around the place to get experience and try to improve as he gets older. But it didn't feel like we had anything on the bench to change it, and that's so frustrating when you stood there. I mean, Tommy has the frustrations of being on the pitch, which I can imagine are frustrating, and I've got the frustrations of being on the side when you look at and you just think, well, what am I going to do to really change it? They were a big, physical, strong team. I didn't think Harry, because of the size, I didn't think it was the right necessary game to bring him on, but you've got to put those people on because they're playing for nothing, and that's the frustration. You haven't got the tools to do the job in terms of personnel, but I'm sure we'll be fine later on today. I'm sure we'll be fine tomorrow, because that's our job. We have to. I'm flat as anything right now. I hate losing, and it's even harder when you're losing. You can't do a lot about it to change it, but we'll get around the lads again Monday, Tuesday. We'll do everything we can to try and get some positivity back and come out here and try and give a good performance against Cambridge.
Have you contemplated walking away from this? Because, you know, I don't think anyone would blame you either of you if you did. You know, it's a tough situation that you're in, and you know, I guess is that an option, or is it not an option whatsoever for you guys?
No, it can't be an option, because then that's leaving a sinking ship, isn't it? We came in because we bought into the ideas and the plans of the club. The frustrating things that they're not happening at the moment. So no, we don't want to walk away. There's a lot of good people behind the scenes at the club. There's a lot of good things going on in terms of the facilities. It's the best ground in the league. It's probably, I'd say it's better than teams in the league above, because I've not been to them all. So, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of good people, and there's a lot of good things about it. But it is very, very, very frustrating, and we want to we want to see it through to the end of the season and see what happens. But no, we don't want to walk away.